Well, because we are live. Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining us. We are going live tonight talking about cuffing season. I'm going to let her in. I've got the Fly with Alisha Reed doctor in the house with me tonight. So we are going to have some fun. I'm going to have some fun tonight. So hold on. I'm just making sure we are live in all of our places. Hey, girl. Hey, okay, so we are live. Okay, good. We are live in both places. I apologize in advance if y'all see me looking from camera to camera, but we wanted to make sure that everyone could see us this evening. So let me mute this computer so we don't get feedback. Thank you all for joining us this evening. We are going to be talking about cuffing season. So for those of you who do not know, me is Tara Stidham. I am the owner of She Dates Savvy. I teach smart professional women how to successfully date online. I know it can work because that's where I met my good husband. So that's what I help ladies do. And I, from time to time, have chats with people that I know, like, trust, admire, adore, and that I'm just really interested in talking to or getting to know better. And my guest tonight is no different than all of those things that I have said. She is Dr. Alisha Reed. And she's here tonight, and we're going to talk about cuffing season. So, girlfriend, tell them who you are. Tell them hello, all that good stuff.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Dr. Alisha Reed. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm trying to find out what's going on with season. A little bit about me. I became a widow in 2019. So this is all new to me.
Yep.
I have never had to go through cuffing season.
Yeah.
I haven't had to date in a very, very, very long time. So I had to ask my girlfriend.
Yeah. And it's as you can see, it's very different out there. So let's kind of backtrack a little bit. How long were you and Mo together?
So we were married for almost 6 years, but so it was a total of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as dating, we met through mutual friends. So I didn't have that.
You didn't have any of this stuff that us modern girls had to do. You went that traditional route of your girlfriends or your boyfriend, somebody hooking y'all up, and bam, happily ever after, right?
You know, somebody's house farm, and I live in New Orleans, so it's everybody knows everybody.
Yep.
And yeah, it was not difficult.
Right.
But now, I'm scared.
Yeah. So, okay, became a widow at the end of 2019. Obviously, you're a young woman, right? Young woman. And for the most part, that was probably not anywhere in, if you had to write your story, that wasn't part of it.
No, not at all. I mean, I had our plans, we were going to grow old. Actually, the year after that, we thought it was going to be like our best year. We were making plans, and we only had one child, so it's like we could still travel and do things. So that was supposed to be our year.
Got it. And so you spent this, and for those of you who do not follow her, and I know most of you do, she shares her story on Instagram. She also has a podcast that she created to share not only her story, but that of other widows. Because I think for me, and what I was drawn to is you've absolutely changed the face of what a widow looks like, right? Because a lot of people think, oh, it's a woman of a certain age, or all these things that when we look at you and you hear the word widow, it's like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? And so talk to them about some of the things that you've done over this last year and a half to the place of not only being comfortable enough with sharing your story, but even having this conversation with us, because I know we're kind of going deep, y'all, now, but y'all got to know who she is. You got to know her background and her story to know why this is so relevant and important tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. When I lost my husband, it was more so I lost myself. When you become one.
That's real.
Changes, and you grow together. And when I lost him, it was like a part of myself
Yeah.
Figure out what I really wanted out of life. My life partner was gone.
Yeah.
So me. And I decided at that moment to really focus on me and who I was and what I liked, and accepted that I was no longer the same person, and allowed myself to figure it all out. And, that woman that I was the night before, she's gone.
Yeah.
I embrace it. And that's what I'm doing, and just sharing my story to let women know that, your life isn't over.
Yeah.
His life ended, but I have to still live. I'm young.
Yep.
Still, I'm 42. I'm still young, and I have a lot of life ahead of me. And I want to live it to the fullest.
You absolutely do. And I hope my cousin has joined us, because I think I shared with you very early on when I met you earlier in 2019, one of my cousins died unexpectedly, and he was 46 years old. And so same thing, right? Where it was like, oh my God, she's left to pick up the pieces of where she forever thought, this is my person. We're going to be together. They're making all the plans for the rest of their lives. And then something so shocking happens. And so now it's so interesting what you said. The woman you were the night before is not who you are right now. What are some of the things you've learned about yourself? Because I know that there are women who are maybe they didn't suffer a loss in a death, but there are women who are still suffering the loss of someone, if you will. You know what I mean? And so, like, what did you learn about yourself in this past year and a half in this journey?
I learned you really have to dig deep, and you really have to love who you are. A lot of times we get tied into the other person, and our lives revolve around this person. And when your person is gone, you're left with yourself. And honestly, the pandemic really should have been a lesson for a lot of us. You're spending a lot of time with yourself away from others. And it was really getting into me and loving myself and figuring out who I was.
Tell them what the FLY stands for.
First, love yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, at that point, loving all of me. A lot of people don't realize that, all of us have good, the bad, the ugly going on within our lives, within ourselves. And you have to love all of that. And just this time that I've had on my journey, it just allowed me to love every single part of myself. And when you get to that, it's just a beautiful feeling, or a beautiful realization that you are alone or whole. All by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
person.
Yep.
They add to you. So you're not, and I think a lot of us approach it as, I need this person to complete me. And that's not true. Yeah. You are whole all by yourself, and then that other person adds into
they complement that. Absolutely. I think that's I think it's really interesting to hear your perspective and hear your growth on this, because you were in a place where a lot of women lose themselves after even having a child, right? So that part, and then having this loss. And so being on this side of the journey, I commend you for doing the work and taking us along with you on that journey. Okay. So how you doing now, girlfriend? How are you doing now when we think about, like, again, what the rest of your life is going to look like? Because I know we talk about cuffing season tonight. So before I go there, we want to go here and ask how you doing and how,
I'm a really good place. It's almost been 2 years. It'll be 2 years in December. And I've gotten to the point where I've gone through all the firsts. I've done everything.
Yeah.
It's my first year, and now I'm going into this. It's like the second. And now I'm really, really into who I am.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, it sounds, but it's just, I'm really, really happy with the woman that I am now.
Okay. And I'm going to throw this out here because I know there are people who are probably wondering and thinking, and they're like, well, wait, but she a widow, and well, ain't she supposed to wait and all that? I don't think there is a rule. There is. Talk to the people on.
There is no rule. And let me tell you, first and foremost, it's different. The rules are different for men.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, indeed. Because they be like, oh, he need to get somebody for that baby. He got to get somebody to help him in 3 months, and she be in the house.
I've heard you have to at least wait a year. You have to, if you don't love your husband, if you start dating right after, you didn't love him, and I fulfilled my vows.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people who are not fulfilling their vows now.
Yeah. And in something with that person alive today, right next to them, and they're not. Yeah.
I fulfilled my vows until death do we part. It's done. Yeah. And I am able to move how I want to move, live how I want to live, and not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And that is what a lot of women struggle with, I find, because a lot of women are worried about what
people are gonna think and what they're gonna say, and yeah. Wait, Alisha, wait. Look, you show, right? It's like, who are you going to tell? Well, just say who you gonna tell. I love it. Yeah, they have no one, like, you gonna go snitch, but who? Exactly. Like, who gonna check me, boo? For real. This is the original. Like, who gonna check me? No one. So when you think about the idea of tiptoeing, and I'm using this lightly, tiptoeing into the field of dating, what comes to your mind, girl?
It's ghetto.
Would not recommend.
Do not recommend.
Wait. Oh my God. Hold on. I didn't expect she was gonna say that. Hold on. Listen, and okay, just for those of you who are new to me, because I know a lot of you all came to this chat to listen to her on IG, you're here on Facebook, and we appreciate you all for being here. For those of you who do not know me, I help my clients with online dating. So I spend a lot of time in these online dating streets, and some parts of the streets are kind of, they are, y'all. They are. I would be alive. I'm like, no, what do you listen? There are some places and spots that I don't want y'all going to. The ladies, it's like, get out. So you've seen some things, and here's the thing. This is the part that, again, because your husband left in a different kind of way, it's not a breakup or something where you're like, and I didn't like you no more. None of that. They got shoes to fill, right? There's this comparison of like, who in the hell are you? Because this dude was everything, and you coming over here. I've already said, God forbid, if anything happens, I'm done. Baby, please, I'm gonna stay. That's for me. That is for me. I have lived, I am loving, and we're good, right? Like, I'm not about to do that, because the way these guys are set up, some of them, no, that's not how I've been trained. That's not what I'm accustomed to at this point in my life. So I would just be good. So what are some of the things that you kind of run across?
Well, I think the first thing is immediately when they split, one, they think I'm desperate. So that's and I want to say, like, they don't waste no time.
No, they want. Yeah.
That for me, it was just like, wow, you're really bold. Like,
yeah.
You're reaching out already, and you don't even have the nameplate yet on the.
Oh my God! How soon after? Because I know that take a little time for them to get the nameplate, but how soon after were they reaching out?
I would say like maybe 3 to 4 months. Yeah.
Oh my God. So someone said, while that vulnerability window is open. Exactly. They're like, you know what? She nice and fragile. Let me go ahead on to be a shoulder for her to cry on. Wow. Okay. So the reason that we're doing this chat, y'all, is because y'all know I do the dating thing, right? And so the other week, last week, my girl, she made this post about cuffing season. And I was like, oh my God, we got to talk about this, because every year I do something on cuffing season. And so Alicia's like, what is this? Like, She's like, what is this? I was together for 10 years and married this minute. I don't have a clue about this whole cuffing season, Tara. What is it? And so tonight, we're going to take y'all along on this journey as I break down for her what cuffing season is. Now, I know we have people on Facebook. We got people over on Instagram. Thank y'all for joining us. Be sure to share this with your girlfriends. Tag them, text them, tell them to come on in and join in because we're going to get all into it. So, cuffing season, by definition, and you may not know this, but there is actually a Merriam-Webster definition of cuffing season. That's how major it is, okay? So cuffing season, I'm going to read it from the dictionary. It says a period of time when singles begin looking for short-term partnerships to pass the colder months of the year. Okay? Okay. Temperatures drop and you start thinking, oh, it would be so nice to, and oh my God. And then the holidays come up. It's literally, what's that look?
I guess, I'm trying to figure this out. So is it, all right, so that's like the cover season, like the little cuddle buddy, right?
Yes.
And the holidays are coming up.
Yeah.
But these people are not coming to your holiday stuff, right?
No, they can't come. No, they can't come. No. Look. So now it depends on what kind of status he's going for. Okay. If he's going for like an MVP status, he might try to roll up with a gift. He might try to roll up for a holiday. Real quick, y'all, I'm going to go ahead on and break down the whole cuffing season for you because there is a time frame. Okay. So first of all, cuffing season begins with the scouting. Scouting is from August 1st through the 31st. That's when you are literally out there trying to see, oh, who out there? I saw someone in the chat here on Instagram who said, oh, that's why he hit me up. Yes, girl. That is why. Because he had his hot boy summer. And now he's like, but who can I be with when it gets cold outside? Okay. So that's why he's hitting you up. So he's literally scouting you. Okay. Now, the drafting season, and again, y'all, we got to catch up because drafting was September 1st through the 30th. And don't ask me who said so. The internet did. There's a whole list. There's a whole list of when the cuffing season happens, and I'm just giving you the information. Now, ladies, especially girlfriend who said, that's why he calling me. Yes, ma'am. We are smack dab in the middle of tryouts. Tryouts are from October 1st through the 31st. Okay. Tryout season. If any of you have been getting hit up, or if you're starting to have that little feeling, especially if you're in a climate where it's starting to get cool, we're down south. She's in New Orleans. I'm in Houston. It's still hot. Okay. It's still hot. So we would have a little bit of time, but what happens is when it drops down and it stays in that like 50, that 50, 60, that's when y'all lose y'all minds. Okay. So tryouts, October 1st through the 31st. Preseason. Because see, preseason is going around the Thanksgiving holiday. It's going to be November 1st through the 30th. So he can't necessarily expect to come to the holiday, right? Because it's more of we're still trying you out. If you think about the football season, that's what the guys do. During football season, the preseason, they're just trying to see, like, are we really ready to be in the game? Like, can we win some things? Okay. Cuffing season officially begins December 1st through January 15th. Okay. That's when you have cuffed up, which means back to the holidays. Yeah, somebody might show up at the holiday get together. It might be a little drive-by. You might make a little play. Listen, of all the things, I'm so happy to be past that stage of like bringing new people around for the holiday. Like that's pressure, right? That's pressure. So December 1st through January 15th. And then the playoffs, January 16th, listen to me clearly, ladies, through February 13th. Okay. By this time, you either in and you're like, okay, this person, we rolling because look, February 13th, the cutoff is right before Valentine's Day. And y'all know a lot of people, I'm not going to say guys because that's very, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't be pointing fingers. But some folks break up with people right before the holidays so they won't have to. So they won't have to buy a gift, right? So they won't have to do any of those things. And then the championship game, of course, is on February 14th, okay? Which is Valentine's Day, which means if your cuffer has gone from just kind of hanging out and dipping in and doing what he does to, oh my goodness, he's straight up literally bought me something for Valentine's, then that's when we get to what they call debate season, right? That's the spring break, the February 15th through March 14th. And that's when you're trying to mull over this thing, right? You're like, okay, we've been together, we're doing our thing, because coming up March 15th through April 15th is when you make your decision. Is this person going to stay on the team or if they're going to get bounced? Okay? Because if you notice, now we have spring break. And so for the fly girls out there, they start thinking, girl, please, it's about to be time for a hot girl summer all over again. So I don't need him again until winter. And that is how it happens year after year after year after year. Sound crazy, don't it?
Yeah.
So wait, what about it throws you off the most? The idea that people are really connecting just because it's cooler outside. And I mean, they really do. Because if you think, especially if you're in a place where it gets really cold and like snowy, ain't nobody hanging out on the block. Like, where's he gonna be? He wants to come to your place, wants to hang out, y'all be together. Yeah.
So this applies to the South?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It gets cool enough here to cuff. Yes, it does. It gets cool enough in the South to cuff. Oh yes. Someone said they're in Michigan. So we already know y'all probably already done cuffed up. Y'all probably already done cuffed up with somebody, because think about it. It's cold. It's literally, what's the song? When it's cold outside, who are you holding? Like, it's literally that kind of energy. Oh, wow. Conversation Between Windows says the Netflix and chill is the setup. Because they probably say, oh, we're just going to watch a movie. We're going to hang out. And here's the thing that I hear you, Eric. Because see, this is a guy. I wonder if he's cuffing, because it's cuffing season. It's cuffing season.
But see, I don't want to be bothered like that.
Oh my God, you sound like one of my clients who always says she don't want to be bothered, but then I'm trying to find somebody for her. So I don't want to be bothered. So what does that mean? Break that down for me.
They gotta stay. I mean,
Wait.
Like, like I said, like, you gotta stay with them from, like, what's them dates again? So like, you gotta be together.
Yes. The goal is, so now, right now, we're in the preseason, so you can still have a few different guys on your roster. Okay. I like a roster. Not now in my life, because obviously I'm married, but I like women to have a roster of men.
Because, like, you need to have a bag ticket, you gotta get rid of.
Hello, that's it, right? If he's not doing what he needs to be doing, he gets booted from the team. And so that's why there's so much time between the tryouts and the preseason and then actually getting into the season. So no, you do not need to be cuffing with one, because once you do that, oh my God, I love it. Someone just said rosters are healthy competition all day long. All day long, ladies, because sometimes we make people think, I gotta say this the right way, Lord. Let me say it right.
No, just say it.
When I dated, it was very clear that, dude, you could be replaced. Like, and not with my husband. I'm not talking about him, but I'm just saying, when I dated, for what? Like, easily. Like, and so but so many women do not date with that kind of energy. So many women date with I'm gonna make it. No, you don't know him. You don't know him. And so it's better if you put some new energy in the rotation, get to know some different people, because then you can see, well, who can I stomach? And I'm only saying stomach because you're like, you're very clear that you don't want nobody over there. You're like, I don't want to be bothered. Like, I do not want to be bothered. And so the biggest thing is like literally trying to find who not gonna bother me, who not gonna worry me, and who can I hang out with if I want to. Now, here are some rules of engagement that I always have my ladies go over with themselves when it comes to cuffing, okay? And relationships in general. The first question I want to ask is this just a cuff? Okay, we all grown over here. Sometimes a cuff is just a cuff, is just a cuff. Don't have to make a cuff into a relationship, ladies, but sometimes that's what happens. And that's why you have your cuff in the summertime. You're like, girl, that's like wearing your coat out in the summer. No. Oh my God, take them damn Uggs off. Especially you got the high knee Uggs, you're sweating. That is not it. Take it off. That's exactly it. So the first thing I want ladies to always think about is, look, is this just a cuff because it's convenient and it's cold and I can't go to brunch and sit on the patio and do all those fun things that I want to do with my girlfriend in the summer and the spring? And, you know, he cute and he does what he needs to do the right way, right? So if the first question you have to ask yourself is this just a cuff? And be okay with your answer. Be okay with your answer. If your answer is, yep, this is just a cuff. Someone said just using him. And you took the words out of my mouth. Absolutely. Once you identify what it is you're looking for, which is, hey, all I can give you, y'all are hilarious. May the best man win. She said she put five in the lineup and one get injured. Exactly. Put him on the injured reserve list and let him know you will be replaced, sir. So once you identify if it's just a cuff or not, and if it is just a cuff, then you're going to have to say to him very early on, look, I'm not really looking for anything. I'm not really looking for anything. This is nice just as it is right now. It's just a quiet time. I mean, even if you think about our diets, what do we start doing with the food? You start thinking of comfort food, things that are going to keep you feeling a certain way, versus in the spring, we're like, oh, I feel like a salad or something like that, right? So you want to be sure that you explain that to him. And some questions you need to ask yourselves, ladies, when we think about, well, how do I know if this is just a cuff or not? Literally ask yourself, would I date this man if this was the summer or the spring? Would you date him? Would you date him otherwise? If it was not cold outside and you were in your bed and you're like, oh, it's getting cold, and who gonna help start the fire? Like literally all the little things. If that's not something that you would entertain otherwise, I'm not saying you can't cuff him, but it is just a cuff, right? Now, be very clear, ladies. Don't go making a cuff into a relationship when it's not. Because sometimes that's it. If it's just a cuff and move on. You don't have to make him into your full-time boyfriend, full-time relationship. And that's, again, I think that's one of the biggest differences between how we date and how men date. Because we get linked up, right? Ladies get linked up really quickly. But with guys, they still be trying stuff out and they don't mind telling us. I know it's so hurtful, ladies, but we have to appreciate the men who are honest enough to let us know, hey, I'm out here, I'm trying some different things, I'm testing it out and seeing what's what. But if you know that you are interested in a real relationship, as you're going through your roster, if you decide to play in the cuffing games, you need to be clear with everybody you're talking to. Because the last thing you want to do, ladies, is go into something with a guy, he's thinking he's cuffing, and then you over there thinking y'all in a relationship. Not fair. We all grown. We all grow. So for you, you could literally say, look, I don't want anything right now. I may want a nice dinner. I may want a nice dinner. I may want to just know what it feels like to get dressed up pretty again for someone, right?
Yes.
For someone. Because I know y'all need to, if you're not following her already, you need to go follow her on Instagram. She luxuriates her whole life. Like everything, everything is just beautiful and together. And like, she has really, you can see this here, like how she has taken care of herself. And so for her, it's like, okay, let me get dressed for somebody nice. Let me just look good for somebody other than for me and the baby. Like you want to, yes, especially because the holiday season is coming up. Now, here's the thing. You got to test them out before you take them to your parties, though. You can't. Everybody can't go, y'all. Everybody can't go. Everyone cannot go to your parties or events, especially if you're still just trying them out, right? You got to test them out at a nice restaurant. Holiday. Yeah, you got to test them out at a nice restaurant and just kind of see how they act and behave. Because remember, this is a stranger. And this is that person that, for all intents and purposes, is somebody that you probably were just going to keep indoors anyway.
They got to say salmon.
Oh my God. Wait, tell them what you mean about it. Come on, tell them about it.
I need you to not pronounce the L in salmon.
So it's a problem if he says salmon instead of salmon.
Yes.
That's a big problem. It doesn't have that. The L is silent. It's very, so salmon. Just oh my God. You're like, yeah, I don't want to be here with him anymore. So yeah, you definitely have to test him out. You have to make sure you know what is going on. I'm laughing at some of these people over here that say women struggle with the move on. Absolutely. Women as a whole struggle with the move on because we think everybody's supposed to be our boyfriend. I said it. I'm not going to take it back. Ladies, y'all think everyone is supposed to be y'all person. And they're not.
Yes.
They're not. And it's okay if I could change one thing about how ladies think about dating, it would be that they could be open. It would be that they could be open and not have to, again, think that everyone they talk to, have a conversation with, go on a date with. I talk to ladies and they may have just exchanged messages with a man online. Just exchange messages. That's all. And then they start writing the story down the line and be like, well, yeah, because if this and because I needed, and I'm like, wait, why are you already 6 months ahead, but y'all haven't even talked on the phone?
I think for me, having been in a marriage and done all of that and had a baby and all of that, I'm not looking for that. So, my mindset is different. And, I wonder if the men are thinking like, okay, she's established, she's, settled, she's this, she's that, then, she's the marriage type. Like, I'm not looking for that. So it's like,
that's interesting. That's very interesting. Because I think you would be surprised that men would be surprised about you. Yes, there are some men out there who are very much so marriage minded, ready to settle down, ready to be together. But there are also some that we've come across who are like, they don't mind being in something, but if they don't want all that extra pressure of, are we going to get married? Are we going to have another baby? Are we going to, and it's like, just, and I think I think that makes you, this sound real bad, more marketable.
You know what? I was going to say that. I had a friend that told me that said, you're more marketable than someone single.
You are way more marketable because there are women. Here's the thing. There are so many women out there, especially when we talk about age. So you said you're 42, right? There's so many women who are at that age and they have done all the things. They've gotten their career together. They've stacked their paper. They've done a lot of stuff. And then when it comes to the relationship side, they're like, oh, snap. I got to catch up. I got to play catch up. And so some of them do enter the dating field around your age, really ready to get out there and find their person. And those are the ones that sometimes come with all the extra pressure of like, oh, okay, I got to get this. And it has to be that. And it's like, just let it be. Just kind of let it be. So I really think you would be 10 times more marketable because you don't come with the pressure. Now, what might end up happening is they'll be like, she don't want to marry me. Like, she don't want to. You're like, nope, did it. Don't want to. I'm good. Yeah, you're like, we're good over here. I should say the way my life is set up. So when you think about the D word, dating again, have you thought about in this last year and even like now, what it is you want in your next thing, right? So beyond cuffing season, if you were to think about what your next setup looks like, what would that look like?
Someone that I can travel with and go to dinner and events with. My husband and I we were married, but we were also friends. So it was like shared the same common interest, and we did a lot of things together. So that is what I'm truly missing, is that part of it. So I'm looking for someone who is into the same things that I am, and are you shaking your head? Like,
yeah, because I have another question. Go, keep talking. So you're looking for someone who's into the same things that you're into.
My biggest, I think the biggest hurdle that I'm going to have is comparison, because I'm going to, even through my short little stint on the online dating sites,
which she did not call me for. So wait a minute, we got to preface this because I was like, girl, what you over there doing? Anyway,
I just tried it out to see what they had, and it was like, oh no, he would not have your shoes on. Oh no, he would not with that belt. So it's just, I know that
that was actually one of the things I was going to ask you, is that how do you feel that would look? Because again, when you've dated someone or married to someone who set a standard, it's hard. That's why I'm like, dude, tap out. I'm out the game, and I'm good with that. Like, I'm good with that because I just don't want to. And I already know, because I'm not dressing nobody. Like, I ain't never had to dress a man. You know what I mean? It's like, he come with his own fly. And like, so there are just things I've never had to tell him how to take care of me. So I know for me, no, I don't want to. Right. And so when you think about what that next partnership looks like, because I know you talked about, I want somebody that I can do things with. I want someone who, we have things in common. All of those things, that sounds simple enough, right? To find people who have those same interests. What are some of those things that you think are going to be harder? Is it going to just be like down to, oh my God, he would have never wore those shoes? Or what does it come down to?
The common interest. And then also, I really think that I need someone who's not intimidated. I am very independent, and my husband wasn't intimidated because we both had the same personality. We were both go-getters. We were both looking for, to grow in, our professional life and personal life. So I need someone who would not be intimidated, because I am that go-getter, and I'm gonna want to get, and I'm always trying to get to another level. And I have to be with someone who is going to be there and want to push too. So it's just a lot.
Yeah.
The mindset.
Yeah. And I was going to say, do you think that beyond just a person being intimidated, because I always, with intimidation, I always question to women, what are you sharing about yourself? Right. So when it comes down to it, and a lot of ladies who are like uber professional and like super successful, they'll be like, well, men are intimidated by me. And I'm like, but what are you telling them about yourself? So I always challenge women with that and say, but have you told him just about you? Right. Because sometimes there are some men who just want to know us and not about the stuff we've accomplished and all the things that's a part of the package. But at the end of the day, for me, I don't know that I shared. I mean, I told my husband my background, things I've done professionally and stuff, but it was really more of just like, hey, I'm just this goofy girl. Now, someone is interesting. They said that it's not so much about what you're sharing. It's just they make it up in their own mind.
Yeah. I mean, I think, there are probably people who don't approach me because, I'll share anything. But just like, one, they know that they can't come at me with no bullshit.
Yeah, that part. Yep.
I can see through. So I think that also, that's a reason too.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you, and another thing is, I think there are some guys who are also, when they know about your widow journey, might feel like, wait, am I competing with someone? Like, have you, and you're not that deep into the whole dating or taking anyone seriously enough to have heard something like that. But do you ever think about that? Like, if they match all the other things, but then in their mind, they can't get over the fact that, wait, hold on. Is she thinking about this person? Is this person still on her mind or heart?
Well, anybody that I have a relationship with is going to have to understand that's never going to go away.
Yeah.
So I love my husband.
Yeah.
So you entering a relationship with me is, you're going to have to accept that. And if you can't, then bye. So it's never going to be, I'm not going to take pictures down because I have a son.
Yeah. And he needs to, yep.
So he is very much going to still be a part of our lives. And not all men can handle that either. Yeah.
No, I could definitely see that. It's going to take, especially, we can talk about cuffing season. Because again, cuffing season, he ain't even got to come to the house. Like that, again, it's just, that is what it is. But for that one who becomes integrated into you guys' lives, he has to be a special kind of man. Now, are you thinking that he's going to have to be older or he going to be same age? Because I got some things in my mind, but tell me what you're thinking.
I think he has to be older. He has to be older.
How much older?
I think my cutoff is 10 years. That's it.
Okay. 50 don't look like what it used to look like. And 50 is still young and spry. Yeah. Like,
I know I don't look like I'm 42.
No. Yeah, no. So, and I see a lot of really good men, good potential men in that 50s, that range. And I'm like, wow, this looks.
My mindset is, I do want someone who has been married before or is widowed.
I was just about to ask you that. Would you date someone who has lost as well? Yeah.
Because I know that they understand exactly what I'm going through. And then one other thing that's very important is the difference between someone who's widowed and versus someone who's divorced.
Right.
They have lost the person that they loved.
Yeah.
They know how that feels.
Yep.
And know how important life is. And I that's how I feel. Like for me personally, the next person that I'm with, I know what it feels to lose someone. And I know my whole thought process is totally different. And just looking at intention and experiences. Yeah. So I would want someone who went through that because I know that our lives, just our thought process.
Yeah. And that's very important because I think that sometimes people can be super insensitive when it comes to loss and they say the stupid stuff like, well, when you going to get over it? And it's like, move the hell on. You know what I mean? Like that's the most insensitive thing to ask someone. because mourning and loss, it doesn't go away like ever. You go through different phases of your grief and things, but it's not ever just like gone. So for people to be not as sensitive, and that's really, I know, this will be a sidebar, but that's really why I like the option of dating apps for you or someone who's in your situation, because they let you literally go in and filter down that specifically. Like you could say, show me every widow or widower in here, and they're going to show you all the people. Yes. Like, but here's the thing. When y'all out here doing it on your own and just letting the app do it for you, you don't know how to get to the things. It's like the secret door. Okay, so at the House of Blues, they have like a house, and then they got the room. Yeah. Okay, I done been in the room in New Orleans. I'm gonna leave it at that. So there are ways that you can go in. Any of the apps have filters. Someone was saying, which app is it? Any of the apps have filters. You just have to go in and filter out what you do and don't want, instead of just doing. First of all, because a lot of ladies are reluctant when they go on there anyway, and they're not intentional about it, and so your energy was all wrong anyway. You see one thing, you're like, oh my God, I don't like that, I'm leaving. Right. Delete, get this off my phone, throw it, and y'all cussing me, as you drive and throw your phone out the window because you're like, oh my gosh, she told us to go online and this is some bull. But it does allow you to really filter through and find what you are looking for. Do you ever think about what dating looks like as a single mom now?
Oh yeah. I personally do not want to date in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I want to date in other cities.
Yes.
Where
yes.
It's like, and then I'm able to travel.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is my preference.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you would absolutely have a good time when you are ready. And that's the thing about dating in general, even if it is like, you're like, oh, I'm not on the app, but I'm getting out there and meeting people. You get a variety of folks. Well, yeah, flew out. Oh my God. That's funny. Exactly. She's going to get flued out to see whoever she's going to get. Yeah. Oh, someone on Facebook said, also those filters are available for paying members for most. Yes. Now, so I know we have a lot of new people here this evening. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all spend money on everything else, but then y'all want to do the free app. Why? You got to pay a little money for those upgrades. It's worth it. It's worth it because it allows you to go in and do some extra things. Like, yeah, you can filter some extra stuff on some apps when you pay money. But you should, if you're concerned about, oh my God, but I don't want to pay $20 or $30 a month, you're probably not ready to date, because I'm going to pay for what I want, especially the quality of man that I might come across versus just doing a free app or doing a site that's hooked up with a social media site. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, no, you want to get out there and actually get on a legitimate dating site, pay some money, and do what you need to do. Okay. That's just my 2 cents on that. Now, when it comes to cuffing season, because remember, let me pull it back up. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up and tell us where we are in the season. We are currently in the tryouts. I don't know, Alisha, we kind of behind. Like, if we're going to get you out there, we gotta get some people on the roster like yesterday. Okay. Cause we're in the middle of October and it says tryouts are over at the end of the month because the preseason game starts on the 1st. So we need to have some dudes on the field.
So we have like the rejects?
No. I hope not. Because I don't know. Wait, for the ladies who are here listening, how many of you are cuffing? I know that there were some who were saying that some of the exes were kind of boomeranging around and sending them notes. Drop us a note on IG if you, she said the combines. I love it. Oh my God. Facebook, if you are competing right now and getting ready for the cuffing season, let us know where you are in your season. Somebody said they're doing the combines. I know someone else talked about her ex-boyfriend had been sending her notes or whatever and kind of circling back around. Where are you ladies in your cuffing season so we can really get this show on the road? Because coming up next is going to be the preseason, November 1st through the 30th, and then December 1st through January 15th. That's a long time. They're going to have to be together the whole holiday season. They said, oh my God. She said she's in Detroit. They have the Detroit Lions, and that reflects her dating life. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. So you got I was going to say a sorry team. That's not nice. You got a sorry team up there, girl. We got to get you some men. And you know what? Here's the thing. What did you all hear? Okay. Oh, someone over here says, oh, Sean Jones. Hey, Sean, says she has a prospect. Someone else on Facebook says they have boomerangs. Boomerangs get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. Someone else said that they just put the poster out, letting people know that tryouts are open. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, wait. Someone said something about hearing, oh, the exes are coming around there in NOLA. Oh boy. Okay, so it sounds like y'all have a lot of boomerangs. Now listen. I'm not here to talk about this, but y'all know I'm doing a masterclass on the 24th. So if y'all trying to get out there and get some new action and activity, especially on the online dating sites, hello, you need to come to the masterclass. And if you can't make it, guess what? On the 24th, it goes digital, so you can do it on your own time at your own pace. Because I'm tired of y'all with, oh, Tara, I want to come, but I'm going to be working. I'm going to be at brunch. Bam. Excuses out the door. Oh yeah, y'all have to go get something going because so many people are talking about the blast from the past. Alisha, did you find that any people came from your past, or were these like new people when you said like right after his death, a few months later, they were like trying to hit you up? Were these new people? New. So not even in somebody said Mercury in retrograde has all the exes coming out. Bless them, Jesus. Keep them away. No, keep them away. Keep them away. Ladies, y'all again, we are very well into the season. We are very well into it. I'm going to look again. Yeah. Tryouts. Y'all have to have some people on your roster because who are you trying out? If it's tryouts, October 1st through 31st, so you got 2 weeks to put some people on your roster. I don't know if it's going to be those boomerangs. I don't know if you're going to go on the apps. I don't know if you're going to go. Someone here said going to a sporting event. That's not a bad idea, y'all. That is not a bad idea because basketball season is happening, right? Football and baseball. I think basketball is getting ready to ramp up. But football for sure, and I know baseball. A little bit of baseball. It's almost at the end. Ladies, we have to. Huh?
I'm traveling.
Ooh, traveling is fun. Traveling is fun because you get to.
What's the city for dating?
Oh, you know where I see a lot of well, and again, this is gonna be all up for dispute. Not debate, but dispute. Because people gonna say, I live there and it's nothing but trash. I see a lot of. If I'm thinking just like in my Texas region, I see a lot of good guys in the Dallas area.
Next Saturday.
Listen, okay, girl, I got to get you ready. Yes, okay, because you see, I go into mode. I'm like, wait, I got to get you ready because we already in tryouts. We got to get some people on the roster. Yes. Oh, so that's a great question. Someone asked, how do I feel about meeting new people during COVID? So interestingly enough, I've had so many clients who got out there and met new people during COVID, obviously safely, from them starting off with doing virtual dates to just kind of make sure like, hey, let me make sure I want to meet you, to asking, hey, who's in your pod? So my husband and I, we don't go out a lot, but we have a pod. Like we have friends who come over because there are decent friends who not always just in the streets and doing different things. So I think the same thing works with dating during COVID. You ask the serious questions. Are you vaccinated? And again, this is not a debate about vaccination. That's not what I mean. But you ask the question, are you vaccinated? Do you wear a mask? Are you working in a building with 200 people who are coughing? You know, you got to ask the basic questions, and then make your determination from there. Make your determination from there. This is going to sound real dirty, but I think that when we went through the whole mask debate and stuff like that, it made me think about like the whole condom debate from back in the day, where you'd be like, "What? That person they don't look like they gonna wear a condom." Like and now let's just be real. There are some folks out there that they wear no condom, right? And so you got to that discern judgment. Ask the questions. I don't have a problem with people meeting during COVID. I've had many ladies on dates who are now in relationships. People have gotten married during COVID. So don't let that be your excuse and your reason. But it's the same as the little that reel where they're like, how many people gonna be there? Like, you want to know like how many people you've been around, who you hanging out with. You want to ask those questions. Yes. Right? You're taking the temperatures, everything, like sanitizing them. You have to have the sex talk. Yes, you do, because they go hand in hand, right? Like, you literally have to know. Okay, and Nanny Scooby, she says, get out there. Exactly, because every game is being played right now. Like, literally, she put all the things up there. Do not be, oh yeah, the sex talk is definitely a need. It's so interesting because now everybody's so focused on the mask and the stuff, and it's like, just say who all over there. Absolutely. You got to ask the basic questions. You have to ask. But the sex question, y'all, it still matters. That sex question still matters. And I think that when you don't hear so much about the numbers of like HIV and other STIs and things like that, it sounds like people think things have gone away. They have not. They have not. They have not. So just the same as you would ask about a mask, obviously you would want to not only ask those questions, but also kind of gauge it. Your gut is your best defense. Your best line of defense is going to be your gut, because it's going to tell you what you need to know about what you want to know. Well, and she said these guys want to slip and slide. Bam. Yeah. And that's where we ladies have to say, no, bro. Like, seriously. Because it's not just what they want, it's your whole life on the line. Yeah. It's your whole life on the line. So
I ain't going out like
that. Listen, that's what we not finna do. Like, really? Like, I didn't survive the whole damn COVID and then I let you come over here and give me something? No, not going to happen. So these are the things that you ask as you start preparing for the cuffing, because again, remember, cuffing for a lot of people is literally just that warm body, like, oh, this is somebody to be with. And so you do want to ask those serious questions about their behaviors, about their past. And back in the day, remember when it's like, go get your test. I've had people go get COVID tested before they went on dates. And so the same as we do that, and the same as when back in the day where it was like, know your status, does not just pertain to COVID. You know, so that's how I feel about dating and COVID. Obviously, you can be safe about it, but there are questions and precautions and things that you need to do to make sure that you are being safe with it, right? Absolutely being safe with it. Ladies, we have been here almost an hour. We are going to round this conversation out. Any last questions about cuffing? Anybody now has changed their mind about getting in cuffing season? For those of you who have just joined us, I gave the definition. I'll go over it real quick. Cuffing season is a period of time when singles begin looking for short-term partnerships to pass the colder months of the year. Okay, I'm talking to my good friend here, Dr. Alisha Reed, about cuffing. For those of you who may have joined us later, for those of you who may have joined us later, she is a new widow, almost 2 years now. And so she's navigating life and motherhood and now possibly dating. And so I had to explain and break down to her what cuffing was and the season, and letting her know that we're behind on schedule. And so we got to start training because we don't want any rejects. Like, we want a good team. We need a good roster. We don't just want anybody on our team.
I just want to make a disclaimer, please.
Don't DM her.
Thank you. This is not an invitation to DM me.
This is girl chat. Y'all mind y'all business. This is all, please. This girl chat. Leave her alone.
No DMs.
Yeah, this is not what she means. And don't be calling her and sending notes and messages to people like, girl, she was on there talking. That's not what this is about. She's a grown lady. And she's literally here having a grown girlfriend conversation.
Not yours.
Bam, not hers. Listen, I'm looking at everyone. They're saying, someone said they sitting this season out. Adriverse said, I'm sitting this season out. Fifth on Fam. Hey, Fifth on Fam. Fifth on Fam says, no cuffing here. Park Girl for Life says, I'm a cuff myself. And then getting to know what I'm saying. I hope this. Who is that? No, King. We're not looking for anyone. We're good. That's not it. No, that's not it. We good. Everybody over here good. I'm gonna get them hooked up. And I think did he say his sign? And he said, I'm an Aries. My God, bless you. Thank you so much. But no, we're gonna just someone says you got this, girl. Travel for a good team to cuff. Yes. We can absolutely put the travel in it. Elaine, you can't hear her over here. I think this is on the Facebook. She said she couldn't hear you. Yes, Nicole. Nicole on Facebook asked, is this really a thing? Girl, yes. Cuffing season is a thing. And as the temperatures, because remember, Houston been playing. I think we had one little cold snap and then it got hot again. It's been hot for the last 2 weeks. This weekend, it'll be down to the 50s. And the same time that girls want to start bringing the Uggs out way too early is when they want to also, when you're going to see people talking more about the cuffing. Someone says, this was a great, oh my God. Yeah, Juanetta, it is a thing, darling. It is absolutely a thing. Someone said it's a great conversation. Go ahead.
She's one of my fly widows.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm so happy you were able to join this conversation. And that's why we wanted to do it, because she's like, wait, what is the cuffing season? It's like, you know what, girl, not only am I going to tell you, we're going to tell the other ladies as well, because we want to inform the ladies. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa says, she said, first of all, she said, please no Uggs. I know that's right. And here's the thing. I used to hate on Uggs. I lived in LA for 7 years. And if you've been in LA, people wear Uggs in the summertime because it gets cold there at night, right? And I just be like, oh my God, I hate them. Well, my daughter, when she was 8, was like dad said getting her some Uggs. So I bought her some Uggs and she wore them for a couple of years. And when we moved to Texas, it was actually, I was colder here than what I have been in LA. So one day I put the Uggs on and I was like, oh, I like these things. So I actually like Uggs, but when it's weather appropriate. 60s is not weather appropriate for Uggs. That ain't what they made for. If you've ever worn Uggs, you will know you cannot wear Uggs when it's warm out because you're going to sweat. It's going to be real. It ain't going to be cute. So yeah, that's a whole. It's for your feet. Yeah, they literally will keep your feet warm when it's super cold. That is so funny. So many people are saying they have never heard of cuffing season. I got to go on TV and talk about this. I need to go pitch this to somebody so I can go on TV and talk about cuffing season because so many people haven't heard of it, but it's real. Yeah. Again, Merriam-Webster defines it. That's where I got my definition from. I didn't just make it up. You know, like you literally, the temperature drops. And the same as, again, I liken it to the comfort food. The same as people start saying, oh, girl, I want some gumbo. And, oh, I want to make me some stew. And you know what? Let's make some chili beans. All that stuff. It's the same kind of mindset. Yes. Nefertiti asks, that's a great question. She says, when cuffing season is over, do the men go ghost? Not only the men, but sometimes the women. Real quick, I'm going to give you the breakdown because you probably just joined, so you don't know the season. So cuffing season officially, right now, we are still in tryouts and preseason. Cuffing season officially begins December 1st through January 15th. The playoffs are January 16th through February 13th. Championship game on February 14th. And then you have a period between February 15th and April 15th. I'm going to kind of combine them where you're going to decide if you all are going to be together or not. Conversation window says it's also called cuddle season. Yeah. Cuddle. Yeah. If you've heard the word cuddle buddy, all of it goes the same. Cuddle buddies, cuffing season. It's all the same. It's who you going to be with when it gets cold outside. For a lot of you, it's going to be under a nice down comforter. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay if it's just so that's going to be you under your nice fly down comforter. Oh my God, where it's just like, oh, because you know the down comforters they literally do the job. They do the job. So, just saying, ladies, I am just saying. So yes, cuffing season is a real thing. They say, is this a sport tryout? That's how the internet has broken it down, Nicole. The internet has broken down this whole season of cuffing. They have broken down the whole season of cuffing, and we are currently in the tryout phase. Okay, there's a drafting, there's scouting. We are currently in the tryouts. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It is absolutely a whole thing. So Tiffany said, my coach has plotted out the entire season. I wonder who her coach is. Yeah. Oh my God. Nefertiti says she's going to get a weighted blanket. Ladies, whatever you choose to do, I just wanted to make sure we spent some time this evening letting you know that this is a real thing, so that, again, as these men start boomeranging, as you start feeling all warm and fuzzy because you're like, ooh, it's so cold. And, the Hallmark movie's going to start coming out. Like, as all of these things start happening and you feel suddenly triggered to meet someone, we just wanted to make sure you knew why.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure you knew why, because cuffing season has commenced. Ladies, we want you to put your helmets on. No head injuries, definitely no heart injuries during this cuffing season. Alisha, tell them where they can find you and follow you. Tell them about your journal. Tell them what you have going on, the podcast, everything.
Well, I am on Instagram at FLYwithalishareed, on Facebook at FLYwithalisha. I have a podcast that's called the Fly With a Podcast. It's available on Apple, Google, Stitcher, and Spotify. And you can visit www.flywithalishareed.com and find out all about me and my journey.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And you have your journal as well, right? You create.
I have a fly journal and a fly planner. It's available on Amazon.
Bam, ladies. Even if you don't have the same journey as she does, it's all about first loving yourself. And so that's the journey that she takes you all on with her. We are so happy that you were able to join us this evening. Like I said a little bit earlier, if you missed it, I will be doing my masterclass. It's a Smart Girl's Guide to Digital Dating. It's coming up on the 24th of this month. If you say, oh, but Tara, I'm going to be cuffing that day. I don't think I can make it. I'm going to be out here scouting. Bam. It's also going to be available for digital download on that day. So you can do it on your own. It's self-paced. You have no excuse not to learn how to do this the right way, especially for those of you who are like, oh, but what about the filters? I didn't know you could filter this way. And I didn't know you could. Yeah. I teach it all to you. I teach it all to you. This is a class that ladies come, they learn. Some have actually gotten married just from taking the class. Two. Okay. So anyway, that's what I got going on. If you're not already, do follow me. The link in my bio guides you to everything I have. There's also a workbook there if you want to just kind of learn more about yourself on your dating journey. Listen, y'all, we have given you what you need to hopefully succeed through this cuffing season. And we want keep us posted on your journey. DM us. Let us know, like, hey girl, I got in the game, got my roster lined up, and I think this person's coming to the playoffs and the championship. So let us know. I see some ladies who are saying good luck to you. I wish you more than good luck. I wish you all the blessings. I thank you for your transparency. I thank you for your honesty. I thank you for sharing what could have been the journey that a lot of ladies would have just kind of like rolled back up and said, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to share. I just want to, I thank you for being transparent in that. I thank you for that. And I thank you for your time this evening. This was fantastic.
I'm glad we finally got together.
I know. We only been talking about this, over a year now? Year now? Yeah, this was great. Thank you all for joining us. We'll probably do something else again. I don't know. By the end of the year, see, did she get into the cuffing season? Like, I don't know. Did she get flued out? There's so many questions. It's like the TV cliffhangers. Gotta find out. Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, darling. Talk to y'all soon. Good night, ladies. Bye.